Calling to order, North Ridgeville City Council meeting, date September the 21st, 2020. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Father, as we come in prayer this evening, we ask for the knowledge, understanding, the strength to make the best decisions we can for our community. As we start to see the light into the tunnel of this weird situation that we're in these days, we ask that we continue to remember how we got to the point we are today by using patience and understanding. Please let us continue to use those skills so we can work together. In your name, we ask these things. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Swank. Here. Booth.
Here.
Avens.
Here.
Winkle.
Here.
Hung. Here. Oleski.
Here.
DeVries.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
Service Director.
Here.
Law Director.
Here.
Engineer.
Here.
Auditor. Here. Clerk of Council. Here.
Thank you. Tonight we have the minutes of the Committee of the Whole Minute meetings for September 16, 2020. Are there any changes or corrections at this time? Hearing none, those minutes are approved as submitted. We also have the City Council meeting minutes of September the 8th of 2020. Are there any changes or corrections? Hearing none, those minutes are approved as submitted. We also have the Civil Service Commission meeting minutes of September the 15th, 2020. We have the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting minutes of February the 26th, 2020. And that is going to bring us to our lobby session. At this time, we will open up to the public for comments and questions. We can address the mayor's administration as well as city council. We ask that you keep your questions to a maximum of 3 minutes. At that time, we may ask you to pause. And once again, I believe as we look at the clerk here to see there's people waiting in the lobby to be addressed. So at this time, we'll take a moment to pause. We're going to go ahead and get that set up. And if you'd like to open up their mics and they may go ahead and address city council, we ask that they please state their name and address before beginning their statement. Thank you.
We have no one on the YouTube channel yet asking typed questions.
Okay.
I do have somebody coming into the meeting.
And we're going to pause here for a moment. It looks like people may or may not be trying to get in. That's fine. Please be patient. This is a new one for us as well. So we are making every effort we can these days to make sure that residents and the community can get involved with our meetings. If you'd like further instruction, you can go to our city website. It lets you know how to get involved. You can also call the clerk's office and she can give you instructions and help you out. You may even submit a statement through email if you'd like to correspond with the mayor's administration or city council so that your voice may be heard.
Anyone that's joining the Zoom call right now, did anybody have any questions or comments you'd like to address?
I see the young ladies shaking their head no, so I don't know if they are interested in speaking.
There's no comments at this time.
Okay, seeing there's no comments, we're going to move ahead in our agenda then. And that will bring us to administrative reports. Mr. Mayor.
That's me. Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight, under first readings, I'm requesting that we pass by emergency T-106-2020, resolution to submit an application to NOACA, the Northeast Ohio Area-Wide Coordinating Agency, for funding through the Transportation for Livable Communities Initiative. I'll move to dispense with the second and third readings and add the emergency clause at that time because there is a application deadline of October 16th. That is really just to develop a plan for the community, and this is just the first step to apply for the grant. Our street department is finishing up the last street on this year's paving list. Prep work is continuing on Deborah Drive, and if all goes well, paving set for next week, I believe the 27th. And our crews have done a great job this year, as you've noticed, traveling throughout the city, and this is the last one on the list for this year as far as asphalt's concerned. Concrete streets continue to be worked on by an outside contractor. This Friday is September 25th, and from 5 to 7 p.m., the Senior Center is hosting a drive-through spaghetti dinner. The cost is $6 per dinner and includes the spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread that you've all come to know and love. If you haven't purchased your tickets, please stop by my office before Friday. We are collecting some money at the door, but we have a limited number of meals available. That's why we've asked for pre-registration. And I wanted to thank the Lions for sponsoring this event. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Safety Service Director.
Our service department continues to place city digital speed signs at various locations within the community. Today, they placed the digital sign on Sandy Ridge Drive, which recently was connected all the way through and has become quite a speeding zone for the residents down there that use it as a pass-through. As the administrative office and police department receive calls from concerned citizens reporting speeders, the digital signs continue to be set up in a particular area, and the speed of the vehicles is recorded and logged by our police department. In addition to the placement of these signs, today the service department has posted 6 speed limit signs throughout Meadow Lakes on Sandy Ridge Drive. 2 have been posted on Meadow Lakes Boulevard and 2 on Stony Ridge Road. It seems that these new roads that have connected to Meadow Lakes have become like racetracks. The police are giving extra time down there to slow traffic down, but as you all recognize that when the police car shows up, the speed slows down. So I know that the mayor is looking into some other ways of slowing traffic down other than just the digital signs. I do know this, that the digital signs are very expensive. The ones we have, we're moving around and using them very expeditiously, and everybody appreciates them. Nobody gets used to them because they're there for a few weeks and then we move them and then we'll bring them back and put them in a different area. So they don't become just, well, there's another sign. That concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Safety Director. Mr. Engineer.
Just a quick little report. Our full depth project, like the mayor said, our concrete streets is being done by an outside contractor. There was 3 different bids that went out this year. The same contractor has all those bids and they were going very well. Gatestone Circle is being replaced at this point in time. I believe MacArthur has had its 2nd core, so that's just about done. And they have not started the main Broad and Pleasant area, but that'll be started here shortly. Our traffic paint contractor has a pre-con scheduled for this Wednesday, so we should get that done shortly within the coming weeks. We should have that going around. So be careful out there if you're driving around. There will be wet paint all over the city on all of our main thoroughfares and also our side roads. That concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Engineer. Ms. Auditor?
No report this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Under other reports, we're going to have the August 2020 Mayor's Court reports, August 2020 Police Department and Support Car reports, the August 2020 Water Distribution reports, and the September 2020 Parks and Recreation Director's report. This time we have correspondence. Clerk, could you please read correspondence 9A?
Correspondence 9A, a letter received on September 17th, 2020 from the Department of Commerce, Division of Liquor Control, notifying the city that all permits to sell alcoholic beverages in the city will expire on December 1st, 2020, if they have not been renewed.
Thank you. Would you please read correspondence 9B?
Correspondence 9B, a letter received on September 18th, 2020 from Dr. Ronald Arndt asking the City Council, the Police Chief, the Law Director, the Safety Service Director, and the Mayor what his legal and personal self-defense recourse in public if he or his family feels threatened or physically threatened, and how the authorities will protect him in terms of recent protests.
Mayor, do you wish to address that?
Yes, Mr. President, I've instructed the law director, Brian Moriarty, to reach out to Dr. Arndt and provide a response to him. I know he spoke to him today by telephone.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome.
We'll move past old business and new business, and that will bring us to recess.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
I move to dispense with recess.
It was moved by Booth, seconded by Molesky to dispense with recess. All in favor, say yes. All opposed? That will bring us to first readings. T-106.
T-106, 2020, a resolution authorizing the mayor to submit an application to the Northeast Ohio Area-Wide Coordinating Agency, NOACA, for funding through the Transportation for Livable Communities Initiative, TLCI.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to dispense with the second and third readings.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor, seconded by Booth to dispense with the second and third readings. All in favor, say yes. All opposed?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
move to approve.
Second.
Mr. President, move to add the emergency due to the filing deadline.
It was moved by Booth, seconded by Hung to add the emergency clause to T-106 in correspondence with his statement about meeting the filing deadline. All in favor, say yes. All opposed? It was then moved by Booth, seconded by Hung to adopt T-106 with that emergency clause in place. Are there any final comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Booth?
Yes.
Avens?
Yes.
Winkle?
Yes.
Hung?
Yes.
Molesky?
Yes.
DeVries?
Yes.
The resolution passes unanimously and becomes 1501, 2020.
Thank you. T-107.
T-107, 2020, a resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville to file an application for financial assistance with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources for public recreation purposes.
That'll bring us to second readings. T-99.
T-99, 2020, an ordinance amending the NRCO Chapter 1062 cemeteries by deleting section 1062.09 monthly statement.
T-100.
T-100, 2020, an ordinance amending NRCO Section 242.01, Safety Service Director, Classification Compensation Duties.
There are no third readings this evening. For the announcements, we have the next city council meeting will be on Monday, October the 5th, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. right here at City Council Chambers. Thank you everyone for attending.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
could I ask the mayor, have we decided yet whether or not the city is going to have a citywide trick or treat?
We are. It's on, funny enough, October 31st. I forget what time it is, but it's on the website. And if you go on the website, there is more information about how you can proceed to have events on Halloween safely, which was given to us by the Lorraine County Public Health Department.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Booth. I had that question a while ago. Appreciate that. Any other questions or comments? All right, this meeting is adjourned.